Oh, is it recording? Oh, it is. Sorry, sorry, people. Hello there. This is a update video on the Devourer Guard Codex. Right. So first off, the biggest one I've mentioned on another video. There is going to be a name change, and it's going to become the Drone Legion. Now the army is going to be called. This is mentioned because I've mentioned this before, but mainly because I don't want this to be looked at as basically Imperial Guard with gene stealers. List. I want this to be viewed as has its own identity, and is a very different organisation and military body to the Imperial Guard or Renegade Legions. So, hence Drone Legion. Okay, and I find that Drone Legion fits the character of the army more than the Devourer Guard. They are drones, they're not devourers as such, they're not Tyranid Guard, as it were. Secondly, there's 3 new units for the army list, which playtesters out there will be getting a look at soon. They are the Orion Drone, first off, Orion Drone, Immortals and Scourges. Now I want to thank Tyler, Springstabber, for Orion Drone and Scourges. It was his ideas that have put these into life, and I want to say thank you, mate, for those. They're really good help, and I love these really characterful units. But I'll talk through them now. First off, the Orion Drone. This is the in-between of a Carnifex and an Ogryn. It's just a big, incredible Hulk style mutant, as it were. The idea was it's an experiment of the Drone Legion's version of them, the Magus biologist type thing, and the idea is they experiment on them, on drones, to try and perfect them, as it were, into more Xenos style units, something more akin. They like the tactics of the Tyranids, and they're trying to put that to make braver, stronger drones. And the idea is there's been 2 results of these experiments, which is the Orion Drone and the Scourges. Now the Orion Drones, I say, are like a big, incredible Hulk unit, very scary, and the idea is they make very good spearheads for drone assaults. The second one is Scourges. Now Scourges are the idea of what happens if a human has a stronger link to the hive mind and starts becoming more gaunt than human, and that's what they're the in-between of human and gaunt. It's like basically the hive mind begins to alter. Because the idea is, in the background, they quite specifically say there is no limit to the possibilities of the psychic powers of the hive mind. And I had the idea of maybe the hive mind could actually change if it looked at a human and viewed the human more as a gaunt, and in its kind of programming it treats the human like a gaunt. It would actually try to start change the DNA structure of the human to make it more gaunt, to fit into the Tyranid war machine more. And how where Scourges come in. They're, in essence, the inspiration was fast zombies, which is what they are. They're fast zombies. Yeah, that's basically it, really. They still suffer from hive mind. They're not fearless, so they still suffer from the no tolerance rule, no cowardice, rule, and such forth. So yeah, that's Scourges and Orion Drones. The last one is Immortals. Immortals are the special forces, and I'll talk more about their backgrounds, but they will get Valkyrie options, and they've got hotshot las guns. They're not a sick unit, by the way, they're just a nice unit, and they're going to so far suffer from a 0 to 1, because they show that that you just don't get a load of them in your army because of the resources. Secondly, a big background add-on, which is the Noble Courts. The idea is the Drone Legions also have the political powers that control the various Drone Legions, and these are called the Noble Courts. And obviously you have the normal Drone Legions in themselves, which each one represents a member of a council. So it's just a higher council, which are telepathically linked. So the actual courtroom, as you were, or the Chancellor's office, I don't know what we would call it, the Parliament House is actually a mental one rather than a physical one, where they all hold conference with each other. And the Noble Courts are divided, say, each, so the first ISIS, Stabber's one he created, I forgot his name, very sorry mate, and High Fleet and Necker all have their own representatives, as well as the major powers, which are the noble courts, which is the Immortals, the Church of Immortals, which you've been mentioning before, which are like the most fanatical, and the nearest you'll get to almost like a religion of the Drone Legions. Then you have the Court of the Black Scorpion, which are the almost like the Horse Guards, if anyone knows the Napoleonics, like the upper class, as it were. They also control the mechanised and armour of it, so tank companies and the Titans and the distribution of basically of the heavier weapon equipment. And then you also have the we've called them at the moment the followers of the Harridan, or the Court of the Harridan. They might get a name change. I'm going with Raptor actually. The court of the Chitinous Raptor, which is the idea. This is the navy of the Drone Legions. So they're more like the star fleets and the aviation units, and all these will come up now to make this political power. I want to show that they actually infight as well, and they're not like the hive mind at all. It's not one single mind. They fight amongst each other. The only thing they do not do is betray the hive mind. So that's a big plot change, and something I'm really going to push with the background story again to give more character and identity to the army. Lastly, there is going to be 3 new special characters, and this will be the lock-off point. There will be no more, so there will be in total 5 special characters for the Drone Legion Codex for its first proper draft, which is Cronin, which has been created by Stabber. He's basically a mad scientist, as you were, with an homage to Cronin from Hellboy. Very cool rules at the moment, and he's almost been written, he's almost been finalised, so when you get the draft he will definitely be in there in some form. Next one up is Maverick. Now this is a bit of tongue-in-cheek, but he's going to be a special character. He's basically a plane ace for anyone who uses the followers of the Harridan or the Court of the Harridan armies. And he's more of an apocalypse kid, so he'll be like a plane ace. And obviously, yeah, he's a tongue-in-cheek nod to Top Gun. Our next one, the final one, is Baron Rom, who is the Court of the Black Scorpion special character. He's a tank ace. These are just, again, as I said, when I was making special characters, I wanted different things. So that's why I made a sniper special character. Cronin and Iscariot are more traditional special characters, but I want to make 3 very individual ones. So a tank ace, a plane ace, and a sniper. Yeah, so these are the ones. Maverick and Baron Rom are very much in the conceptual moment, and I have no idea where I'm going to go with them. Baron Rom, I've got a few ideas. Obviously, higher ballistic skill, and we're thinking of a move kind of role for him to show he's a bit more agile or a bit more manoeuvrable with his tanks. Yeah, and no idea where to go with Maverick, so if anyone's got any ideas, please do. Finally, the book, as I said, I'm working on more background information for the book and background elements for each of the units to go with the army list, and also working on illustrations at the moment. Sadly, I haven't got anything I feel like I want to show you because I'm not happy with it at the moment, but yeah, okay. Well, I'm on 9 minutes. Right, finally, I know I keep nagging with this, but anyone, please, if you've got any, if you want, I need more legions, basically more drone legions and more names. So if you want to come up with some background material for your legion and a colour scheme, obviously, with a nice picture of a painted model, brilliant. You'll be my little heroes, and little heroes are so patronising. Sorry, you're going to be my personal heroes, and you obviously will be credited, and your work will be put into the rule book. So it's a nice thing for the world to look at. You'll be world famous, as it were. So yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope